Should MLS be worried about the Saudi league spending? Should they be worried
No.
about the way that this is happening?
I think this will be a great situation because what the Saudi League is doing is essentially what some people want MLS to do in terms of just like having no financial rules and just let people spend. Because to some extent, not necessarily to the same extent, MLS could be doing the exact same thing. The money is 100% here. There are so many rich owners. I mean, go look at the amount of American owners in the Premier League. Like,
Right.
if they could do the same thing here, I'm sure they would. Um, they would just buy teams and then just go throw stupid amounts of money at people to have them come play here. So this would be a great opportunity to see if that works. We saw it once with China, it didn't work. Saudi Arabia is trying it again. Let's see if it works this time. Or this will show that MLS's system is the right way to go. Build it up slowly, earn your reputation, and then you'll work your way up to being one of the top leagues, as opposed to just snapping your fingers and jumping up so many spots because you threw every dollar you have at all these people and gave them stupid amounts of money to come here. I don't think MLS should be worried at all. Not at all. This doesn't affect them at all. Saudi Arabia is not even looking like in the same market. It's not like Saudi Arabia is like, we want to build up youth. We want to look young. We're gonna go start looking in Argentina and Brazil. Like that would actually genuinely have me worried if they were doing that because they will offer them stupid amounts of money and we will lose out on, maybe the Thiago Almadas, which would be a massive loss. But they're not. They're looking at the older European players who have the reputation and the name and the marketing. So it doesn't worry me in the slightest for MLS. We are in a completely different direction, completely different bucket. We have our fans. Ronaldo saying whatever he's saying isn't going to change anything. So I'm very happy with where we are.
That is exactly what my notes here say is, you know who would be scared right now? MLS 2.0 would be scared
Yeah.
because aging stars for notoriety was their go-to back in MLS 2.0. MLS 4.0, who are developing homegrown talents for tens of millions of dollars, flipping young South American talent for multiple million dollars of profit. They're not worth. Purchasing model is vastly different for 28 of the 29 teams, Miami excluded. So nobody's really worried about what Saudi Arabia is doing.
Yeah. Plus,
I think
by the way, we still can clearly pull in the big names.
correct,
Messi,
correct.
Busquets, Alba, they're all coming here. Insigne, Bernadeschi. We still got the poll too.
Yeah, no, it's not like we're not getting anybody.
Yeah.
Um, I think you see a big switch in how this works when the roster rule changes and see how that works. But for the most part, gone are the days where we only care about jersey sales and autographs, right? Gone are the days where we want people in the building just to watch players because the teams are there now. Like we talked about last episode, that connection is getting a little bit stronger. We don't need to worry about who comes in the door to bring the casuals in. You know what I mean? For the most part, there are obviously separations to that, right? Um, Teams are out here to compete, to win locally, in the region, internationally. And Saudi Arabia feels like, and I say feels like because shockingly enough, I don't watch the Saudi league, but it feels like they're just simply taking the top four teams, making them super top heavy, trying to make super teams out of the top four, show off to the world their shiny new toys. Oh, look at my brand new team. Look at how valuable they are, and then just kind of brush off to the side the other 12. Don't worry about them. We'll talk about them later, right? It feels like it's very much let's try and make the world think we're important in one big effort. MLS was trying to make themselves look important to the world over 30 years, right? And that's the difference to me personally. Um, so I also pulled up some numbers, funny enough. Uh, according
Third.
to according to don't call me a nerd. According to the 21st group, MLS is the 29th best domestic league. Eh, okay. I think
Disagree.
that's maybe a little harsh.
29th?
Yeah, maybe a
That's
little harsh.
outrageous.
Maybe a little harsh, but listen, we can have that conversation on another episode. The Saudi League, any guesses? I don't know if you looked this up already.
I haven't. I'll guess maybe in the 50s.
I'd say it's a good guess. Can you give me a
Wait,
number?
when was the article made? Like recently?
Just like earlier this year, like 2023.
So I'm gonna guess Saudi's probably pretty low because that was before everybody started making the jump. I'll guess in the 50s somewhere.
Give me a number.
51.
59.
Oh, I was right in the 50s, but I got the wrong number.
You were. You went to the wrong edge of it. But that's what I mean, right? Like MLS was really low. And over 30 years, they have grown themselves to this point. It wasn't because they made one drastic jump and tried to bring in all these big name stars. It's because they did it the right way.
Out
So
of curiosity, while you have that up, where's the Chinese league?
this came from an athletic article. So it's just a footnote.
Oh, okay.
Um, but again, that big jump doesn't change to me. It might bring them up to the 51. Does it bring them to top five? No.
No.
Well, that's what everybody keeps saying. Top five, top five, top 10, top five. No, they're not. We're not either, by the way. For everybody like, oh, MLS is top nine. 29 might be a little harsh. We're not top 10. Like, it's so silly. It's also silly. And I get it. You're supposed to like have love for your team and your league and put it up a little bit. Let's be realistic, people. Come on. We are not a top 10 league. We had this conversation before, but we're not a top 10 league. Maybe we're top 15. Realistically, we're top 20. We might be top 20, maybe 20, 21, 25.
What was the name of the article again? Who made it?
It was the Athletic. I don't know what the title was. I looked it up really quick.
Didn't you say it was a footnote from the Athletic?
No, it was just in the article.
Oh, okay.
It was an article on Ronaldo's comments, and it was just a comparison.